following program is rated TV MAV. It contains violence and nudity. It is intended only for mature audiences.
All right, Joseph. Marty says you're going to provide the nudity this week.
Woo!
Hey, enough of that. Hey, welcome to our. What's that?
I wasn't going to say anything unless he did.
Oh, okay. Welcome to our podcast.
Thank you very much.
Really Chaps My Ass. That's the name of the podcast.
Oh yeah, that was
a statement too. So we'll talk about different things. I've got a few things that really chap my ass, but I think I'm the only football fan here on this podcast, at least pro football, because I'm going to bitch about the NFL for a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead. We'll listen to you for about 20 minutes, and that'll be the show.
No, what really chaps my ass about the NFL and they're pussifying football because they started fining people for making violent gestures after they make a good play or something. And the violent gesture in Patrick Mahomes' case was after he scored a touchdown, he went like this. And they fined him $15,000 for that violent gesture.
Well, he's got what, 200 million, so it ain't gonna hurt nothing.
Well, I know he didn't pay the fine. He doesn't pay the fines. The sports boosters do. And that's with any team, I'm sure. Because the player doesn't pay the fine. The sports boosters say, yeah, that's pocket change. Or
and it's advertising and marketing.
Yeah, and it's pocket change to them.
Well, they don't care because any kind of notice is, whether positive or negative, is good for them.
Yep. Any publicity is good publicity. So, I guess I should introduce you. Marty, you know him more than I do, so you make the introductions.
Okay, this is a man I used to work with in a couple dealership or private repair shops, and known him for years. He become my best friend. This is Joseph Harmon. He's a master tech. The fucker knows everything.
He's got a thing for chickens, I see.
Yeah, I know a lot about them too.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, Marty and I, we met at work, and we became fast friends, regardless of his mouth. And
yeah,
he doesn't have a mouth on him.
Oh hell!
Oh no, it's probably the same one as you.
Well, not quite as different, but anyhow, yeah.
Yeah, mouth of the South here.
Yeah.
I'm the Archie Bunker on steroids.
Okay. We'll start with you, Marty. What chaps your ass this week?
Well, for one thing, you ever notice how sports stars or any kind of famous person will sit there and promote a product, and everybody has to jump on the fucking bandwagon and say, oh God, so-and-so promoted this, I'm going to get one. And then you have a dumb bitch like Taylor Swift telling you how to vote.
Yeah, but you know what?
Fuck is up with that?
You know what? Those Swifties are not nearly old enough to vote.
No, a lot of them aren't, but a lot of them, oh, Taylor Swift, man, she's voting for fucking Joe Biden. Oh my God, we better vote.
Yeah.
Or you got some sports star promoting a fucking tennis shoe, and they get $800 for a fucking pair of tennis shoes.
Yeah.
What the fuck's up with that?
That's true.
that's the status quo. That's the way it's always been since media and television, especially cell
Yeah,
phones, social
I,
media, whatever the people that are in the limelight, whatever they're doing, everybody else has got to do because they want to feel part of a team, not individuals.
Yeah, but in their defense, Patrick Mahomes promoted Head and Shoulders, and I haven't gone out to buy any.
Do you have any hair? Oh, sorry, never mind.
I do not.
I got some
I
Head and Shoulders.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I got some Head and Shoulders that kept making my hair fall out. So I got a bunch of it sitting in the bathroom.
A bunch of hair sitting in the bathroom. That's
Well,
disgusting.
yeah, that too. When I
Oh,
use fucking Head and Shoulders.
yeah. Yeah. See, I don't have. Yeah. Anyhow,
Well, it's.
I can
I
see
mean,
that.
to your point, it used to be not so negative. It wasn't all just it was rock and roll, sex, drugs, but that was pretty low key unless you were in that movement and then you did whatever they did. If David Lee Roth had long hair, guys started having long hair. If the lead singer for Poison, if he got certain kind of earrings, guys started getting earrings or whatever, and they were just following suit because nobody had any individuality,
Yeah.
and they wanted to be part of something more than themselves. But you still had the positive role models. Look at Amy Grant back in the 80s.
Yeah.
You had other people, good sports players, Michael Jordan in the beginning, where they were promoting positive affirmation for, hey, let's go out there and be better, be better people. But
Uh-huh.
now it's just kind of Taylor Swift didn't start off being this rich, and she
No,
wasn't quite this
no,
flamboyant when she first started.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
it is. It's just the status quo of whatever social media's got a hold on, whatever. And because we've got all these Z's and millennials with no brains, they just follow. All they do is follow.
yeah,
That's
If it's on their cell phone, that's where they go.
uh-huh.
yep.
I
Fucking herd mentality.
Yeah. What do you guys think? I think this is stupid. There's a couple of states have a law now, new laws banning those under 16 from social media.
It'll never happen. They can't do it because parents don't want to parent their kids. They want to hand them an iPad when they're 2 years old and then give them a cell phone because they don't want to raise their children. They don't
Yeah.
want to have dinner at the table. They don't want to go. They don't want to tell their kids, "Hey, go outside, play in traffic, drink from the garden hose."
If they
Yeah,
want to
they-
go ice skating, you say wait till it warms up, and then we'll go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or ride in the back of a fucking pickup truck.
Yeah. And stand up.
Yeah, in the middle of a car with a sunroof.
Yep. Yep.
that must have been an
We've done
Iowa
that.
thing.
What?
That must have been an Iowa thing.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it
was.
was.
It
Yeah.
was stupid, but it was fun.
Plus, it was in a Pinto.
Yeah, that makes it worse.
Yeah, I've never seen a Pinto with a convertible top. Or a sunroof.
But
That'd be
it
awesome.
had a sunroof. Well, see, that made the Pinto cool. Did it not?
Well, that and the picture of the horse on the side, if you can afford it.
Or at car wrecks, the flames that came out of the back.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
That
That
was cool.
I think Marty had some of those.
was pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. That was cool.
So when it got done, you had a hot rod.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, man, that was fucking.
Marty and I are from we're from the generation that chrome gave you more horsepower.
That's right.
Didn't it?
That's right. No,
No.
No.
it didn't. It sure looked cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It looked cool.
but yeah, I thought it did give you more horsepower.
Yeah. No.
It looked cool.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I didn't get the memo that non-chrome wheels were in. I didn't get that memo. Black car, black wheels. Yeah, I don't
That's
think
one.
it looks good.
That's one.
Except for the
Up
Mennonites.
thing. Huh?
Except for the
Oh,
Mennonites.
yeah. Except for the
Black car, black
Mennonites.
wheels. And they're like, now he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mennonites generally don't get on to podcasts, so we don't care.
Well, then we don't care what they think.
No, we don't
I
care.
don't care what anybody thinks.
Sorry, that was just a jab.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got anything for us today, Joseph?
Oh, do I ever?
Oh, man.
I notice you guys talk about politics a lot, so here's one for you.
No.
No?
Who?
Oh, yeah, politics.
No.
So what really chaps my ass is when relationships with friends or family are ruined over differences of politics.
Yeah.
The same could be said for religion, but usually they just kind of go in each other's corner and stay quiet. And but in politics, I'll give you one case in point that really, really pissed me off. My wife voted one way, and a friend of hers from high school voted a different way. Well, she goes on, the friend, that they've been friends for 35, 40 years, went to middle school together, I guess. And she said she couldn't understand how Trump got in, and that it just, the whole world, is going to go to hell in a handbag now. And she cannot be affiliated with anyone that voted for him. Period.
Oh, man.
So my wife, who's very educated, very astute, very knowledgeable, she remarked, and this was a Facebook thing. They do Facebook. I don't have time for it. My wife said, you really need to think about the fact that it doesn't matter who's in office for 4 years, what party controls the House or, the Senate, that you need to live life under that government, whatever it is, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, and all come together in some type of civilized harmony to get through the day, to be friends, to go to dinner, to go to work, to have good coworkers. Marty and I, we don't see eye to eye on everything, but we're good. We work good together. We get along. If it's something we disagree, we both tell each other, I don't agree, and we move on. We agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so my wife was like, I love you for who you are. And then, she didn't say which way she voted. She just said, I love you for who you are, and it doesn't matter about the politics. And she said, I may or may not have voted with, disagreeing with you. The friend Facebook sends a message back, and Facebook says, well, I guess we're not friends anymore, and cut her off.
Oh, wow.
Well,
now how stupid is that?
Oh,
chaps my ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another problem that your
Yep.
wife had, and I hate to tell you, but
Well, I know I'm most of it, but go ahead.
she used common sense on Facebook.
You would. Okay, yes. I understand. I know where you're going, and there's no answer to that. But yeah, that's why I don't do Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
Look
used
on
common
Facebook.
sense.
Yeah, Marty, every time he sees she posts something on Facebook, oh, I saw what you did. You guys are stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is.
Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I think that the country would be a lot better off if we could dissolve disagreements or views of opinion, especially in politics. And no, I'll go ahead and say it. There's no way that this country would have been better off unless Trump got in. Just to make sure that the Democrats didn't have a foothold to just screw it up even worse.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'll be the first one to tell you, I voted both ways over my years of voting. And I voted my conscience, and I voted for who I thought was the better person for the country. I don't think Trump is the best person personality-wise, but I do think he's the best thing for this country's economy and relations with other countries on the planet.
Yeah, I agree. See, I don't think, I didn't vote for Trump because I want him to be my preacher. I want him to be my president. So, and if I was voting for somebody to be my preacher, it wouldn't be Trump. But for
No.
president, it would absolutely be Trump.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'd vote him. I'd
100%.
vote him as my banker.
Yeah, exactly. So he's going to make prices, here's why I voted for Trump. Have you been to the grocery store lately or
I
filled up
absolutely
your
have.
gas?
Yep. And he's not even in office yet.
No, no.
No.
And he's
Nope.
making things go. Look at the first overseas trip before he got president. Where was Biden? Who mentioned Biden? Nobody,
Nobody.
because he's meaningless.
Yeah.
And
He's just
he has been for 4 years.
and he's just riding the coattails out the door.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
And he's pardoning killers and all
Rapists,
kinds of people,
everything else.
rapists, everything. So where are the feminists now?
Yeah, no, they don't care. They don't care. It's just whatever's in the limelight, and everybody is going to watch their view. They're going to watch Fox for one way. They're going to watch
Yep.
CNBC the other way. They're going to watch CNN the other way. And then if not, they're going to turn it on to something stupid like NFL football.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like Desperate Housewives or something.
That'll be another episode. No, I don't know. I hardly watch TV. The only time I watch television is when my wife's watching something. And if I don't feel like watching it, I just go out in the garage and work.
Yeah, yeah. Me,
There's nothing on TV worth watching anymore.
football.
No, we need
Football.
what is it? Andy Griffith.
Yes, every
Andy
channel,
Griffith.
5,000 channels of Andy Griffith.
Yep.
Well, no, anyway, never mind.
No,
Yeah.
see, speaking of Andy Griffith, and you guys know this, that is the only show of its age that is not campy.
Yeah.
There,
Yeah.
well,
Maybe
of that age, yeah.
Of
Maybe
that-
maybe RFD, the spinoff, but it was still a little, it didn't have any of the vaudeville or the slapstick or any of that stuff. But
No.
I mean, you still had Gomer and you still had Goober, and Floyd,
Yeah.
and so they still threw in those characters just to keep it not campy, but just to keep some of that humor going.
Sure,
Yep.
sure. But I'll add I Love Lucy to that,
Yes.
Andy Griffith and I Love Lucy, not campy. If you go back and watch, I don't know, Emergency or The Love Boat, campy.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Or even now, I used to watch the Dukes of Hazzard when I was
Oh,
younger.
totally campy.
Oh, shit. I can't do it now. I can't do it.
I can't either. That's a good example because that is totally campy that I was really into when I was little.
Yeah.
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 Used
And
to-
even the old Westerns. It's
Yeah.
like, fuck. They take a swing at somebody. They missed them by a mile and they still hit them.
yeah. And
It's
no
like,
blood when you shoot him.
No. What the fuck's up with that?
Well, come on, it was the time, and you wouldn't know it was blood anyway because it was black and white. Is that
Well,
true.
yeah.
not? Or is
That's
that
Yeah.
That's true.
anyway?
Yeah.
That's
I guess
the only.
that's true.
That's the only thing I'm going to talk about as far as politics are concerned.
Oh, okay. What else?
Okay.
Chaps
You
here.
got something else, man?
No, it's next person.
Oh, I was waiting for your freaking
Oh.
ideas on
All right.
everything.
Let's try this one. What really chaps my ass are Californians.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They are. So I read an article yesterday, and the end of 23, 22,000 Californians moved into Tennessee. 16,000 Floridians moved into Tennessee the same year. They're all going to the larger cities, but the article's talking about how they come here because the taxes are cheaper.
Yep.
The average ratio debt to income is cheaper.
Yeah.
They're talking about how much more their dollar will spend from California to here once they're here, which is the aspect ratio, and then how the people are so much friendlier here. But that's funny.
Yeah.
But that's funny. They're not.
No, I don't think so.
You see
don't
a car
think
with a
so?
California tag, and they don't know what a turn signal is used for. Half of us don't, but
True.
they're always in a hurry. They're case in point. I'm going into the grocery store. It's cold. It's pouring down rain. Car's right behind me. I'm trying to walk to the car with the groceries, and I'm walking across, and he's right behind me. It's like, let's go, buddy. I got to go. I got to get a parking spot. So I get crossed over, and he zooms right past me and pulls into the spot right next to me. California license plate. They get out. Biggest bunch of assholes. I'm like, you know what? You're a bunch of refugees. Go back to your own fucking country.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, you guys are in Tennessee. I'm in Iowa, but yeah, I agree. Just
Well, and
people.
you're gonna see it.
What?
You'll eventually see it.
I'll
see.
eventually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Your town is smaller. We're at 23 or 24,000 now, and it's climbing. But we're seeing the influx here. And when I moved here, we were at 15,100 in 1997, and I'm ready to move.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm ready to go. It's just too much. There's stores going up left and right. There's housing projects. They're just building townhouses side by side. There's a place right down at Marty's house. They just took about a mile and just built the same house all the way across 2 feet apart.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that's all it's going to be. All the farmland is getting cultivated and served up into pieces.
Yeah.
That's not why I came here. I came here originally. I didn't even know about Tullahoma until '97. My granny had a farm since 1908 in Manchester, which is about halfway to Marty's house from mine. And so when we went there, there were no drugstore, town square. I think the first restaurant was the first Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything. It was nice. It was quaint. It was quiet. And now it's just hustle and bustle.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got all the fucking Haitians moving down to Manchester. They're just fucking everywhere.
When I lived, I used to live in Carroll. Well, I live in Carroll now, but back in the late 80s, I worked at the radio station here, and there were 10,000 people in this town. Now, I live in Carroll. There are 10,000 people in this town. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, get me in touch with a realtor up there.
Yeah, no. And people aren't going to buy farmland because it's too expensive. It's over $10,000 an acre.
Yeah.
Figure.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible.
And the way the government's going, well, I shouldn't say government, the way that FDA and oversight, they're just trying to push farmers out left and right.
Yeah, and boy, I don't see it from my perspective here because farmers make too much and the land they make a lot of money on the land. Yeah, it's costly, but they make a lot of money.
Like down here, they're doing the Dow projects, and they're doing soybean and corn, all for fuel. Nothing's for harvest. Nothing's for harvest because we have such dry summers. They don't care. They just want to cultivate it, turn it into ethanol.
Yeah.
But up there, it's the stuff that we're getting back down here in the grocery store, in the produce, in the.
Yep.
And they're making a lot on ethanol. There's ethanol plants cropping up too. But if you harvest too much of it, I guess nobody remembers the Dust Bowl days.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think my granny's their people were from Oklahoma, and
Oh,
through the Depression, and they didn't have nothing.
yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, the
Uh,
FDA, the government regulations are gonna go down, and Trump's gonna take a machete to him. I'm
Yep.
confident he will.
yeah. It's just going to spank everybody's ass.
Yeah,
That's all. They do. Clean house, drain the swamp, get the fucking all the dumbasses out of there.
That's
that's
right.
right.
And send all the Californians back out of Tennessee, back to where they came from.
Yeah, that's no shit. Send them somewhere else. Yeah, fucking Californians.
Oh man. Yeah. And they say well, Kamala was from California, and they say
Wasn't she the governor for a while?
what's
She's
that?
trying to be governor
She's
now.
trying to
Or
be governor now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gavin Newsom, the pretty boy guy that is one of the reasons for bad stuff continuing. Yeah, like he's going to get president, you know. No
yeah,
way. Ain't
no.
no way. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 4 years. 8, cuz JD Vance is going to
oh
continue.
yeah,
Trump left
Yeah.
off.
Yep.
oh yeah. As soon as he got on the wagon, with his backstory and with his history in politics, um, and his military service, unless he does something stupid, like most politicians do,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
but as long as he stays true to his wife and his word, um, I can see him running.
Yeah.
Because Trump can't do a third run anyway. But
Yeah.
Right.
the Vance, I think, would be a good one because the country would already be in that direction. So
Yeah.
even if he wanted to move it a little bit, it wouldn't move very far.
Yeah, I agree. And for those who haven't seen it, if you haven't, Hillbilly Elegy was
Yeah, I
a
agree.
great movie, you
Did you
know.
see that, Marty?
Never heard of it.
You need to watch that. That was it's about JD Vance's background and upbringing.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
And
wrote it.
Yeah, it was
huh.
it was a very good story.
Yeah,
Glad that I saw it.
it
So
was.
it's worth watching.
Yeah, it is.
No,
It is. So,
I'll have to watch it.
yeah.
I'll have to watch it.
It's an eye opener. I mean, it takes a regular person and who can he should have just thrown the towel in and given up, but he didn't. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. He
Well, that's
did it
cool.
very
Yeah, I'll
easy,
have to watch it.
you know. And he didn't look for the government to help him out of his,
hard work.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah, he took it
Huh.
upon himself. He took care of his family. He did what was right. He worked and he worked and he persevered, and that's all that any of us can do. And
Yeah.
that's what we wish for our kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We want
Exactly.
Yeah.
them to work as hard, if not harder than us, so that they can learn how to have as much or more than we had.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But the only problem is the fucking kids nowadays.
I didn't say
Jack shit.
I didn't say what they were doing. I said what we want them to do.
Oh well, yeah, that's
There's,
true.
there's a big
That's
difference.
true. Yeah.
There's,
Our,
Oh,
our,
Yeah.
our dreams and aspirations for our children are far from what happened.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Right.
have 4 children. My oldest is 31, and then they're all 2 years apart. And one of them is doing exactly what he was supposed to do. He went in the military. He got his GI Bill. He's going to college. He's taking care of his wife. He's taking care of his family. He's going to work. Um, he's doing everything he's supposed
Hey,
to do to make a
checking
better.
all the boxes.
Yeah, exactly. And he's having to live a little bit, less quality of standard of living that he would like, but he
Mhm.
knows that money's coming later with his hard work, and he'll just
Yeah.
wait for it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think for everybody bitching about student loans, have your kids go into the military and get it paid for.
Well, sure.
That's my
I mean,
thought.
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
um, on that note, Israel. I'm not going to get into Israel, what's going on over there, but when you get out of high school, you have to give 2 years of service. Every child, woman, man or woman, has to give 2 years of service in the defense force in some manner, one way or the other, as part of their lineage to their country.
Uh-huh.
And all
Yeah.
the guys that I worked with here, their families have Jewish ties and family from Israel that when they went to college, they went to Israel. Their parents made them go to Israel and serve 2 years and get their college there while they were at it.
Mm-hmm.
So they were in the military and going to college at the same time. This guy, he was doing his classes during the day, and then he was helping hold a stronghold, carrying around an AR.
Yeah.
During the night, and then he got finished with his guard duty and went back to college the next morning. And now, we don't have that in this country. You have very few dedicated lineage of saying, hey, here's where you ought to go. My wife was Marine Corps. My son went to the Navy. He was in ROTC, and he saw what it did and what kind of person it made my wife, and not the part where she kicked his ass if he didn't clean his room. And so he follows. You told me you're not going to make your bed. What did you tell me?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Pardon me? Yeah.
Exactly.
Just,
But anyway, it's
And now he used to drive $1 billion subs,
$40 billion. Was
$40 billion subs in the Navy.
yeah.
Yep.
and yet he still can't double park. Isn't that what you
No. All right, I got to see who's going to see this. You're correct.
Oh, okay. Great.
But I'll give him the fact that he can parallel park a submarine.
Yeah. There you go.
That's
Not anybody else that can do that.
it's a little tricky. I'll agree.
I really don't. It amazes me how them guys can drive a sub with just radar. You can't see nothing but gauges and dash and everything.
Yeah.
Well, it's radar and sonar.
Yeah.
And it's just real.
Pilots do that. You have rating just instrument, or you have to have sight, line of sight rating. Like when JFK went down, he wasn't rated for just instruments, and that's what got him into trouble when it was foggy. So pilots do that, and some people, they just look at their instruments and go from there.
Well, and it's also about navigation. It's just like navigating the stars back during when
when they had no instruments.
When there were no instruments.
Right. Yeah.
You took the thing and you looked at the star and you said, well, I'm a little bit off course, and you went left or you went right.
Yeah.
And the submarine, they say, okay, we're starting here. We're going to go this many miles per hour, or, knots or whatever. And after this many minutes, this is where we're going to be on a map.
Yeah.
And then you say, okay, now turn right. Okay. We're going to turn right, and then go this many hours. And then we're going to be here. And then they'll send out a ping or whatever. And then they'll say, yep, we verified we're at such and such a point in the ocean where there's a trench or there's a mountain or there's a whatever, or an island or something. And they'll say, yep, we're exactly where we are. And worst case scenario, they come up at night to periscope death and they actually check the stars. Just like,
Well, Artie, if you remember, we used to do that when we were teenagers. If we had a full moon, we would shut the lights off on the car and see how far we could drive.
Oh, but yeah, we did.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, or we'd go side by side down the highway with our lights shut off.
Yeah.
and we'd come right up behind somebody
and turn the lights on.
and turn the bright lights on. Yeah.
See, I
Or-
never did that. I was never
Oh,
an asshole that way.
Or we'd go side by side down a 2-lane highway at 100 mile an hour, take a flashlight and shine it in each other's eyes
Yeah.
with our lights off.
Huh. I didn't
know,
do that.
Well, I didn't have
We-
much. I didn't have much of a choice. I was 12.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah. He was 12 years old taking his dad's car downtown Nashville for a joyride.
Every night. Never got caught.
Did you
Never got caught.
disconnect the odometer or?
It was a Oldsmobile, and
Oh,
reach
okay.
under the so that the mileage wouldn't flip, and
Yep.
I'd get the road atlas, the little map, city map of Nashville, and I'd say, this is where I went, this is what I did, this is how many miles, and then I'd stop at a gas station and put in that many gallons of gas so that the fuel went right back where it was.
Well, see, at least you were smart about it.
Well, my parents
Yeah.
raised somebody smart, apparently.
Yep. Yep.
I told him after I graduated high school, I told him what I did. And my father just looked at me. He was just as straight laced as could be. And he looked at me and he's like, "Oh my God, do you know how much trouble you could have been in?" And I looked at my mother and she says, "I'm so glad you never let me catch you."
He said, "Yeah, I know how much trouble. Why do you think I haven't told you until now?"
Exactly. I mean, we've all done stupid stuff, but the kids nowadays, it's all stupid shit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just fucking idiots, I tell you.
I
No,
but
though I would admit, and Joseph would admit this too. We know of a kid in high school we used to work with, and he was a fucking hard worker.
Yep.
Oh my God! You tell him to do something, he did it. Didn't care. He just did
And
it.
his upbringing, you could see his upbringing,
Yep.
difference. And
Yeah.
it was, that's actually my last, what chaps my ass comment, if anybody wants to hear it.
yeah,
Okay.
The difference, and I'd listened to your podcast. I think it was number 2, but there's a huge difference between illegal immigrants
Yep.
and working immigrants that are here trying to get their documentation.
yeah,
And
Right.
so this whole deportation thing that they're talking about, it's never going to happen because these people are here on green cards. The ones that are illegal that haven't been documented yet, they're here, but they're working, they're getting paychecks, they're paying taxes. Proof and point, Marty was talking about this kid. He's Latino. He came here. They brought him here when he was 5 years old. His parents got work visas. They've continued their work visa. They've been paying taxes for the kid just turned 21. All right. And
Yeah.
they've been paying taxes. He's been working since he was 14 years old. He was my intern at the shop that Marty came to work at with me.
Mhm.
He's been paying his taxes. He's got his driver's license. He works full time every single day, Monday through Friday. He helps his sisters. He helps his parents. He helps his family, and he doesn't get in trouble. He's clean. He's never been. He doesn't get tickets. He's just a good kid.
Yeah,
Word.
he is. Very good kid.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Trump's not talking about that. He
Right,
the
exactly.
first ones is the criminals and the terrorists are going to go first. So
Well, but they need to go. They need to
Yeah.
pick and
Yeah.
don't detain them. Just put them on a damn bus and hit the road.
yep, exactly. And that's what Trump's going to do. It's not I know this law abiding. Well, that's not what President Trump is talking
Oh
about.
no, I know, but it's what
Yeah.
chaps my ass is everybody. You have your horn blowers that are going.
Yep.
All illegal immigrants. All immigrants are illegal. All Haitians are bad. All Haitians are not bad. Most of the Haitians that we experience here in the crime, that we see are bad.
Yes.
So
Right.
it
Yep.
stigmatizes. Just like our Latino friend, uh, all of his family, all of his cousins, everybody, they just look like immigrants. They're
Mm-hmm.
just Latino. But
Yep.
then when you see them at their home or you see them at their job, they're the hardest working people you ever see.
Yep.
Yeah.
They are.
Because they love this country so much, they don't want to do anything to jeopardize their part in it.
Yeah. And
But so everybody else can just get the hell out.
yeah,
Right.
exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I
I
think,
think you ought to take all the criminals and illegal criminals and rapists and everybody, take them to the border and shoot their ass on
No,
the Mexican side.
yeah, but you can't take immigrants from other nationalities. So I think what we should do is make a penal colony, send them all to Australia.
Oh, there you go.
down under.
They won't know what to do because they couldn't understand a damn word they're saying anyway.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. What are you doing, mate? Huh?
Huh?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good day.
Yeah. Good day. Oh yeah. What a bunch of fucking morons. Oh yeah.
That's funny.
It's terrible.
Yeah. But I tell you, I am excited about what Trump's going to do day one and beyond, actually. And
Yep.
he's making such good inroads, and he's not even in yet.
Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah.
And
that
it's on that point, the Democrats that are the naysayers,
yeah,
as soon as the economy turns around, they're going to be the first ones to stop bitching and moaning. Because they're going to say, "Ooh, look at my paycheck. Ooh, look at the inflation. Ooh, look at this."
you know
Yep.
what they'll say? Well, Joe Biden started it. Trump just reaping
Yeah.
the reward.
They
There you
always say it. It is going to take people that believe how the system works to actually see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And
Exactly.
the Democrats don't know.
No,
Tell you.
they don't
Yeah.
know shit. No.
Yeah.
No. Nope. 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 Nope.
All right, man. I tell you what, we usually go, what, a half hour, Marty?
Yeah, 20 minutes or so.
Yeah. We're at 42 now. So we'll cut this off until next time, and
Yeah.
Joseph, we'll get you
Yeah.
back on again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, this was great. Really
Yeah.
appreciate it.
It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah. All right, you guys be good.
See
All right.
everybody
See you
next
guys.
time.
All
All
right.
right.